Try now. This one yours?
Yeah. I'm not getting anything.
Yeah, I'm not hearing any feedback.
Yeah.
Okay. It was
Hey
just on.
guys, sorry, I don't know what's happening.
Oh, so sorry.
My camera around here.
No, because it was just on.
Yeah, no.
Let's go on Instagram.
These are my headphones. Are you getting anything in your headphones?
Nope.
No, it was just on. Oh my God, what just happened? Okay, it was just on. Okay, this is yours, right?
Yep. But he's not getting anything on his either.
Okay.
I don't see any power going in. It doesn't look like there's any power going in. Is it plugged in?
Yeah, that's my next question.
I don't see any lights on. What's going on, IG? We're gonna be chilling out here.
Hey, IG. What's up? Give me just a second, guys. We're having technical difficulties. Hey, Facebook.
You got it?
Hold on, guys. Sorry. Something's happening. I don't know what's happening. Something's happening. How are y'all today? What's going on? How you doing? The question is, what are they hearing out there?
Okay, still nothing?
Nope, still nothing. It was on. It was on. Why did it?
Yeah,
It's not getting power from what I can
There's
tell.
no, something.
Okay, let me go call our operations, our engineer. I'm gonna call him and see what happened. What's going on, bro?
Okay.
IG, what's going on?
Hey guys, we got a good show today. Hi. We got Miguel Lloyd. Think about who is this? Miguel Lloyd in from Atlanta Black Chambers. He's a VP Marketing and Communications. And we're not getting any. We aren't getting to the outside world. There you
Oh,
go.
there's something just happened.
Yeah, something just happened.
We are on, I think this is 1100.
1100 a.m. Yeah.
1100 a.m. here in Atlanta.
I'd be curious to see if.
We're going to talk a little business today. We'll talk a little.
I wonder if is there a
social
short on
capital,
this?
building your
Yeah,
brain.
you hear that?
It's definitely a power issue. Something.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't have any
something's-
storms hit out here, did you?
We did, actually.
Yeah, it was bad. The storms were bad. But this was just on.
Like literally 20 seconds before y'all said that.
Yeah, before we it was on. So something happened.
Hey, Charlie. Hey,
I'll be patient with. In the meantime.
There we go. There we go.
Yep.
All right, we got it.
Oh, yeah, now.
What happened? Did somehow the power got knocked out?
The socket blew.
10 seconds before we went on air?
Yeah.
literally.
All right. Hey guys. All right, we're ready. We got some. What's up, Karina, community midwife? How are you? All right, here we go.
All right.
We're good.
Your show.
So you can get off the phone now. We can start. We're good. I need to start. We need to start. So yeah, you.
All right.
Okay, finally. All right. Here we go.
Okay, party people in the house.
Sorry about that, Miguel.
Believe me, I know how it goes.
Welcome to Michelle Radio with Michelle Taylor Willis.
What is up, guys? How are you? Happy Wednesday. It is a little late. I'm going to say it's 4 o'clock. It's not 4 o'clock. It's 4:12. We're a little late. On According to Michelle with Michelle Taylor Willis, Real 1100 AM. And I would say beautiful Midtown Atlanta. I can't necessarily call it beautiful because it's raining. It's like rain and sun and rain and sun.
No, it's depressing, dog. I'm gonna say it.
It is depressing. Is that the word we're using?
Yes, we're using the D word. Pause.
Well, I'm not going to do it.
Yep.
It's not technically a family show. It's just regulated by the federal government. So we can't really mess with it. So I'm not even going to, I ain't going to mess with it. All right, welcome. Hey, guys, what's up? Okay, we had a little delay here, technical difficulties, but we are back. I know you guys were so sad. If you are in your car right now and you are listening to me, thank you. I am your drive time radio host from 4 to 6 right here on Real 1100 AM. And to everybody on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, what is up? Everybody's like, I'm glad it worked out correctly. Everybody's like waiting on edge. Is there going to be a show today? There's always going to be a show. Even when there's no show, there's a show. Speaking of shows, the last 2 weeks on this show, I said Denver.
Ooh, the Denver Nuggets. Look,
The other D word.
I'm not impressed.
I said Denver. What's up, Mr. Garage Doors? I said Denver. And everyone's like looking at me like, I just think Miami. I was like, man, Miami is tired.
Oh, but you didn't put any bets in for Denver, right?
I'm not a betting
Oh,
girl.
that's the reason.
I don't do bets.
Mhm, sure.
Only thing I bet on 2 things: MTW and black. That's it.
Well, there's a lot of black players on both sides. So.
Well, that's not what I meant by black.
Oh no, I'm saying we're leaving it all out here today. I am heated. I refuse.
And you wouldn't believe me. At the end of the playoffs, I was like, this is Denver's time to shine. Like it is. This is what's happening. And you looked at me, and you Instagrammers now that want to be my friends are like, you're like, Denver, question mark. Yes, Denver. And I stood behind it. You guys wanted me to fall to the naysayers. Not having it. Not having it at all.
Name me 3 Denver Nuggets players. Go.
I don't
I'll
want
wait.
to. I'm not
I'll
doing
wait.
it.
It's fine.
I don't
It's
feel
fine.
like it.
It's the first part of the show. We got time.
No, I don't have any time for that. We lost so much time in the beginning that I don't want to spend time on it.
But you can name 2 Miami Heat players.
I don't care about the players, okay? There's no I in team,
No, but there are players.
but there is an in me. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say, I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. So
One of the people that don't want to say it always find a way to say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hate to say I told you so, but I did. And I don't want to I don't want to stay on it too long. That's what I don't want to say that.
Ew.
But I just want to say, I know what I'm talking about. I don't need details. I told you I'm connected. I told you I know these things. I don't need details. When I say it is what it is, that's what it is. And you know what you need to do? Fall in line.
Okay.
You should have been like, you know what, MT Dubs, you're pretty good at this stuff. Like, I don't know how you know, but sometimes you just know. So I'm just going to be like, yeah, I'm going with you. That's what we're doing.
Interesting.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you.
On brighter news, keep that going. Happy 77th birthday, Donald Trump.
Really?
Yes, his birthday today. Ironically.
You said, is he going to jail? I'm like, who? You know who.
It's like in the community, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, your boy, you know what I'm saying? He's been going crazy.
Okay, so what realistically? Okay, first of all, you know he's never going to jail, right?
Oh no, nah.
You know, it's not happening.
He probably like do, the inside walking in, saying hey to everybody, and then make his way out.
It's just not happening. So we really got to figure out what's about to happen here. Biden can't stand up straight on stage. This dude has tripped on everything known to man. His bike, the rocks, stones, sandbags.
it's like two comedians running against each other, but they're very older and are like very straightforward. Like
I'm like,
it's funny. So
this, the
it should be.
political,
It's
the
problem.
whole, here's why I say, well, not here's why I say, but here's another reason why y'all just need to focus on local races.
That's so true.
The local, right? Like, yes, president is, it's cool.
Yeah, it's important, right?
But the local races all the way down, and if there are young people listening, if young people are listening, hear me clearly. If you want to make the biggest difference in the world, run for school board. Starting your school board. Like when you can affect how our kids are taught and influenced and molded, when you can do all of that, right? When you can do that, then you know you're making a change. You make the biggest change at the lowest level.
That makes sense because us.
Thank you for that. I'm getting lots of applause today. 1, because I know basketball. 2, because I'm super connected. 3, because I'm dropping all kinds of gems in here for y'all. See, y'all don't know when you listen to the According to Michelle show, you realize it's according to Michelle, but it's not about Michelle at all. It's just my name on it. It's about you. We are here to inform, empower, inspire, a little bit of entertainment. I know I have a little bit of a dramatic side that tends to come out when the lights come on.
All you.
Like, what did she smoke before she came in here? Nothing. I'm high on life, friends, as you should be.
I need to find life fast.
Find life fast.
No,
Find life fast.
Is that what it's called?
Life. Oh yeah, that's the new. that's the new code word for drugs. Life. What have you been smoking? Life. I've been smoking life all morning, and I am high as a kite.
Interesting.
Yeah. So there's that. Okay. Anyway, that's what that. Yeah, I can't stress this enough. It starts at the local level. School board, your local council, like affect your local. That's where the change comes. Because this presidency crap is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and everybody's in on these big races. Y'all want to race. This is a great example. And Derek Jackson's going to call in because Derek Jackson just won.
Oh,
he was in a runoff. All right. He was in a runoff and he just won last night. I was at his watch party / victory party. And if you remember a few weeks back when he called in his district, now I want y'all to hear this quickly, and we're going to take a quick break and come back with our guest, Miguel Lloyd, today. In his district, there are 46,000 registered voters, I believe he said. 46,000. And 1,900 showed up to vote. 1,900. Out of 46,000 people, 1,900 showed up.
You don't have to be good at math to know. Jeez.
Yeah, it ain't a lot.
Nah, the math ain't math.
The math doesn't math, right? Okay. Yesterday, I don't know how many people showed up when he calls in because he's going to call in later. I don't know how many showed up. It was probably less than that. He won by 14 votes.
Well,
he won by 14 votes in his district. 46,000 people. I mean, if I had to guess, I would say between 1,000 and 1,500 people. It's a runoff.
yeah.
So you always have less people show up in the runoff,
Of course, yeah.
right?
Like 14?
14 votes. So the moral of the story here is that if you really want to affect change, start outside your front door. Really, start outside your front door.
Makes sense.
Because I bet you can't tell me the last 5 bills that were passed in Congress.
Why?
That's my point.
Yeah, like, no, you're right, though.
You can't tell me that. But I bet you if something happened in your neighborhood, you know. I bet you if you know who to call and make sure you know how to get sidewalks put in on your street. You know how to organize community meetings to attack. If there's high crime rates, you know how to call and bring the city council out and the police chief and like you could do all that right there, right now. So that's the thing. We're worried about so many of the wrong things in this country. But I'm going to get off my soapbox. I'm going to leave it there because there are brighter days ahead. Certainly brighter faces. I'm looking at one right across from me. We have to take a quick break. We got Miguel Lloyd here today, VP of Marketing and Communications for the Atlanta Black Chambers. We're going to be talking about business, entrepreneurship, branding, social media, starting, your own company, trials and tribulations, all of these things, networking. My net worth is my network. That's in a rap song, right? I feel like it is. Somebody said that. It's 4:22. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Miguel Lloyd at 5 o'clock. It'll be the top of the hour. Senseless Shenanigans, 5:30. Ask Michelle. Derek Jackson will be coming in. This show is sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling Company United. I got smart water right here. And if you were smart, you wouldn't do anything. You won't touch that dial. You'll keep driving. You'll do all the things. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on the backside of this break with Miguel Lloyd.
Hey guys, Michelle Taylor Willis here. And
I think Cardi B said.
Okay. It is Cardi B. I felt like it was Cardi B.
And that's why I did.
Hey, guys.
That's exactly why we made eye contact. I was like,
I felt like it was Cardi B.
Was that Cardi B?
Let's see what it was.
No.
Look it up. Google it. Google it. My network is my net worth. Mm-hmm. I think it's Cardi B. Hi over there. I'm sorry. I didn't get it. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm Michelle.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Saran.
Saran. Is this your daughter?
It is my daughter. Does she look like me?
No, he looks like me.
She's much prettier than you are.
I agree with that 100%.
So let's see who we got on Instagram. A lot of people came on. Thanks for hanging in there with us, guys. Not like y'all would have known the difference. What's up, Coach Zadrick Carter?
What's going on, IG?
Coach, I thought you were going to be training me to become a better runner. What's
What's up,
happening?
cheat mode horse?
Okay. Let's see. Emery, Kaya,
man.
Cheese Master, what's going on? Bashane, hey. Fire Crotch, 42.
okay, that's one
Let's
of those.
pause on that.
That's one of those.
That's one of those where we don't read the comments.
I knew
Fire
that.
Crotch, whatever,
Wow.
whatever you say,
It's not the same dude that made different accounts.
whatever you say, Fire Crotch. I'm not reading your comments. I don't trust it.
I wouldn't.
Some people you just don't trust. I'm just saying. Your name is Fire Crotch. And I'm nervous
Let's see who
about
we
all of
got
it.
here. Rob Love,
XD.
what's going on?
There's a Lisa at ITE.
Sham Good
music group
Living,
or
what's
something
up,
like
sis?
that.
Lisa at
Someone the
ITE
other
Music
day
Group.
About your studio on ABC.
Well, she wants to talk to me.
Coming
Yes.
your way.
That was early, but I don't know.
She wants to be on the.
Haircast
Does she want to
is
come
in
on the show?
building.
Yeah,
Then everybody heard.
But you want to talk to her?
Yeah, let me
Yeah,
just see. Hold on.
she's on the phone.
Here, Miguel, talk to these people. Say it at Instagram because I got
Someone
it.
say hey to Instagram.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh my
Say hey to
gosh.
Michelle's Instagram too.
Here. Yeah, you want to turn that around?
Hold on. Hello, Michelle's Instagram. What's going on? See who we got. So we know we're not talking to Fire Crotch 62. We're gonna let him chill on his own, man. Now your next level creative. What's going on? What you creating over there? Let me see. You guys want to jump on my IG is Miguel Lloyd Inc. I'm over there too at the same time, as y'all can see. You know, that's what we do in this social media era. We just look at each other and talk to each other on the gram. Mm-hmm. Up in these radio streets. We're gonna talk some business today. We're gonna talk some social media. We're gonna talk some business building. We got the folks out there just coming next Saturday, actually. 400 Black Men of Atlanta. We've got our gala fundraising, honoring the JD. Jermaine Dupree will be in the building. Jay Bailey and some others. We're gonna do that too. And I'm looking forward to this conversation today with Michelle. It's been a minute since I've been in the radio studio. Everything's been done at the house so much. In those home studios.
I understand that.
Right?
Hi. I'm over your shoulder. Oh, there's two Instagrams.
You got two of them going at the
Well, you
same
got
time.
Reset on. Hey,
Huh?
how come Reset's on yours? He's not on mine. Reset,
Oh.
why aren't you on mine?
Because he's on mine.
Wait a minute.
And I got the pound from him.
You got a pound from
I got the pound.
He gives everybody a pound. Don't feel excited.
Hey, man, we're there. We know we pounding each other up.
Did you say hi to each one of my people?
Everybody but the crotch dude. I'm gonna
You
let
made it
him.
very specifically.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah.
talking
Everybody
about
say hello to everybody but the crotch dude. He
Karina.
said he was on yours. See, you ain't respond to him, so he came. But we talking.
I
to
didn't.
people.
I mean, I had to.
We're
I gotta
talking to
get
people over
through
here.
people. Okay, that's fine. You know, oh, you drop me like that. Is that easy? Because I don't say one thing,
See
then
what
you're
I'm
like,
saying?
forget about her. See how you do Reset.
See what I'm talking about? That's how I gotta go down sometimes. Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
23.
Oh, she's a grown woman. She's a grown ass woman. I can curse in front of her.
That's not fair.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
about I can drop all kind of F-bombs. She's of age.
As she talked about my grown daughter here was hanging out. Well, here, take your social media people back.
Why you just giving me my people? They don't want you anyway.
Yeah, I know they don't.
Y'all don't want to be over there. Y'all came for me. What do y'all think about my Def Leppard shirt? Do you like it? That did not go as I thought.
I should have wore one of my joints. I had my Soul Aquarian shirt on the other day. I'm in the radio too. That's supposed to be rocking some music. You don't even know what that means.
I don't.
Oh.
Soul Aquarium?
You don't know what Soul Aquarians are?
No.
You want me to educate you on Soul Aquarians?
No. Glad it worked out quickly. Hi. What's up, B Mills? What's up, Foreverology?
What you don't know is that half the music in her library from 95 to 2003 was produced by the Soul Aquarian. She'll know that.
What's up, Mark?
She's over here talking about it, but
Presidents are not elected. They are selected. I see. Oh, there's Reset. I'm going to wave to him, but is he gone already? Maybe. Hi, Reset, the queen of 420. What does that mean?
No comment.
Oh, you gotta figure that out.
No comment.
The queen of 420.
You know what that means too?
High on something.
420.
420.
What's 420?
Once again, no comment.
April 20th. Why she trying like she don't know?
No, I promise you.
I'm the oldest one in this room.
April
and I know what
20th.
420 is.
Yeah, what do they do on April 20th?
I feel like I'm so lost right now.
You probably did.
Miss Mark, what's up, Mark? Hey, DM Johnson. I think this 46,000 versus 1,900 is a reflection of how much people realize that politics is not working for us as constituents.
What's going on?
Well, there's that.
Finish your second year over there at what's that school you used to
Tell
go
my
to
homie
in
what's
Virginia?
up. What's up, Raid Alert?
Hey,
Hey,
Academy. Achievable Dreams.
earrings.
Yep.
Yes.
Look who's in the room. Look who's in the room.
She's so cute. You just came to shadow your dad today?
That's what
Reset said, hi, what's up, my guy? He probably said that 13 minutes ago.
Oh yeah.
Really, KG? What's up, Carlos Scott? Girls, let's trade nudes.
No comment on that, D. No comment.
Tell Michelle. No, Michelle, he did not. What's up,
Did you see
Charnel?
who's in the room, right?
I am doctors. What's going on? Hey, guys, we're on a break. We're about to come back.
I'm talking to
What's
them.
420? Somebody tell me. I feel like I've been insulted and everybody
Yeah,
knows, but I don't know.
It's one of your aunties from back in the day.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Auntie.
Had a lot of aunties when
I
you
bet-
was a baby.
Ooh. Y'all ready? Oh my gosh, look at it.
She said she's proud of you. Don't worry about it.
All right. All right, here we go. We're coming back.
Do you remind me your daughter's name?
Michelle.
All right, we are back on According to Michelle. Was somebody just beatboxing? Oh, that was there. Okay, I was like, sheesh, we're having all kinds of interesting information. Jerome's like, I told you, you did, and I am a great listener, so I'm turning it down. What's up? Welcome back on Real 11 Dream, According to Michelle, with Michelle Taylor Willis. Welcome to all of our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram listeners and watchers. First of all, I just want to say thank you. You guys are amazing. Y'all rock with me every week. I know people listen in their cars on the way home. You guys watch this, and then Team Replay is always in full effect because you guys look for the podcast. You listen to the podcast. I get your DMs. I get your messages, your emails through our booking email where you're like, I listened to your show. The information was impactful. That's what it's about. Like, we have a good time. We act stupid. By we, I mean me and I. But the thing is, like, we bring amazing talent into the studio so that you guys can learn and make amazing decisions, and maybe change your life. Like, if you walk out of every show with one thing, that's all I ask of you. I ask that you walk out with one thing, not that you can do differently, but that you will do differently as a result of something you heard from my guest. And my guest today is no different, right? I mean, this guy is, he's kind of a legend in his own right, not because he's really, really old, but because he's just been around a lot. He's got a lot of wisdom that he wants to depart on us. I'm sorry, I said that. Impart on us today on According to Michelle with Michelle Taylor Willis. We got Miguel Lloyd. He's the vice president of marketing and communications of the Atlanta Black Chambers, but he also owns his own media company, Lloyd Media Group, CEO and managing partner, and he's from the DMV. He went to Phoebus High School, and the reason I'm saying Phoebus is because apparently that's a thing.
It's definitely a thing.
Apparently it's a thing to have gone to Phoebus High School. It's like, I meet people from the DMV and they see Phoebus on all my connections, and they're like, oh, I know you rocking with good people, Michelle. I don't know what Phoebus is, and I don't know what 420 is, but I'm hoping between now and 6 o'clock, somebody's going to tell me. Back in 2009, he started his own consulting and media agency, PTP Media Consultants, and he is literally, he is a huge advocate for using your network appropriately, for building a community of business owners that can literally, rock and vibe with each other and just constantly put money in each other's pocket. And for small businesses, for entrepreneurship, right? He is a huge proponent of starting your own business, growing your own business, building a great network of people in and outside of your business, so that you can grow your business and scale your business. This is what he stands for. But his biggest thing is making sure that once you have all those things, you get it out to the world. Marketing, branding, advertising. That's his thing. And he's going to talk about all of that today. Welcome to According to Michelle, Miguel Lloyd.
What's going on?
How are you?
Man, I'm wonderful. I'm hanging out with Michelle Taylor Willis today.
Well,
blessed,
I mean,
it's so funny you talk about Phoebus High School. Can we go?
I know you want to tell the story. You want to tell the story. Is he still on?
I don't know if he's still on. If he's not.
He'll get team replay.
So
but go ahead.
High School, I'm from Hampton, Virginia. First question might say, "Oh, you're from Hampton, Virginia. Did you go to Hampton?" Nope. Behold the green and gold, Norfolk State University. But I grew up 3 minutes from Hampton. Phoebus High School was a school that was close to Hampton University. Proud of that. But before I moved to Hampton, which people say, well, you from the DMV? Yeah, I'm from the DMV, 14 Columbia Road, Northwest Uptown, Washington, D.C., before I moved down to Hampton. But we've been out here in Atlanta for about 9 years. I love it here. Half of us are not from here. The ones of y'all that are from here, y'all always let us know. It's y'all Grady babies or whatever it is, y'all are.
You're saying y'all and looking at me. I'm not from here. So I don't know anything about what you're talking about, friend. But as you were.
Yeah,
as you were.
I love this city. I love this, and I appreciate the opportunity to come on with you.
No, absolutely. I appreciate the opportunity for you being here. You gonna tell your story?
Oh yeah, let me tell my story. So anyway, Michelle, we've known each other. We've seen each other around town.
Yeah.
Come to chamber events, whatever.
Yeah.
So then I hear first about you in this play that's coming up that you was in May. Right. And I was like, okay, oh, that's my man Dana Hubbard. Phoebus High School, started class of 82, 83, round up in there. My little school, 300-400 people graduating class every year in Hampton, Virginia. I said, all right, cool. She hanging out with my man Dana. He said, you know Dana? Of course I know Dana. So then,
and you didn't even hear from the play from me. You heard from it somewhere else, right?
I heard from somewhere else. I saw it on the bill. I said, she hanging out with my man Dana.
It's crazy.
Hanging out with good people. So then you said, well, we're talking about stuff for the chamber, and you said you want to have this meeting with your new business partner, KG. I said, all right, cool. Whatever. Send me the Zoom link. And I saw the name who popped up, and I just laughed. I had to let her know. First of all, Kevin Giles, my homeboy, who I know, there are pictures that's circulating around when we was probably 10 or 11 years old.
I can't wait to see
playing
those.
Football.
I can't
wait.
My
head big. I was tall, skinny, whatever. And KG is an amazing businessman. He's an amazing networker. He does it better than anybody I know.
Except for me.
Except for you. I'm going to let you have that.
Thank you.
But then I was just like, and I told you, I said, what is it with you and brothers from Phoebus High School, Hampton, Virginia? You know what I mean? Little Phoebus High School, Hampton, Virginia. I know we bring a lot of smoke. It's a lot of us, we trying to get it done.
And clearly I want all of it.
Hey, whatever.
Clearly I want all of it because I keep running into
Keep running it, and there's more of us.
Yeah, and what is the thing? Wait, you can't crack a crab or...
those are Hampton High School.
Oh, got it. Okay,
and there's another dude right here in Atlanta, Kurt Boogie, one of my other homeboys. He does a lot of amazing parties. He got the Miami Beach week coming up sometime next couple of weeks. He went to Hampton High School, and we be wearing their asses out in football.
I think you can say that. You used to be on
Okay.
radio. You know what you can say and what
And
you
you know what's so
can't.
funny? We spend too much time on internet
I know,
radio.
I know, I
that
know.
You know, internet, you can say what you want,
Yeah.
but you know, we're
No,
on
you're
terrestrial,
on.
so
This is terrestrial.
I
Yeah,
don't want
yeah.
anybody getting fined. So,
Yeah,
so
please, because
yeah,
I will send you the bill
I-
promptly.
and
But I think you can say the A word. We can say the
Okay.
A word, can't we?
Well, I won't say it anymore. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, because I came from internet. So
Yeah.
like the first 3 months
Yeah.
I was here was a disaster.
Yeah.
I was just and they and my old producer Greg would just be like, oh God. Oh
You know what's so
Jesus.
funny is that I don't cuss a lot. My 2 podcasts that we'll talk about those.
Yeah,
too,
your
but
daughter's in the room.
My daughter, please.
She's got a potty mouth. Look how she's looking. She's
My daughter, give a shout out Clark Atlanta University class of 2022. She's a film major.
All
And so
right.
she's hanging out with us. She's doing some work in the space too.
She
but-
should be one of our interns. She should come on according to Michelle and do some interning with us. She's like, yeah, I could do that.
Mhm.
She's feisty too. I can tell by looking at
She's
her.
very-
She is. Yeah, but you're kind of laid back. I mean, I think you have
I'm laid
you
back in
have
the
an
right
edge.
environment. Yeah.
He's not laid back. Because you seem like you have an edge, but you don't want to. It's like we
Everybody
don't
don't
want to.
need to see the edge.
Right.
You know, I don't do the whole astrology thing that people say because I'm a Cancer. I'm usually, but it kind of matches up because I'm either down here or I'm up here.
What month is Cancer? I don't.
My birthday's in about 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm like this until you know you hit the wrong note. And then, but you won't hit the wrong note. I know.
No, I don't want to ever hit the wrong note. I don't want to do that at all.
Let's talk business.
Yeah, I don't want to do that at all.
I know we got a lot of great things to talk about today.
We do. Okay, so wait, first of all, start us off because you started off in radio. You do have a great radio voice. You got a good all around.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I started off in radio in college. I did everything that you see in this room in college, WNSB radio. I did color play-by-play, so I know sports, and I know that you kind of know sports, but you kind of know what was on the head.
My game is football. Oh, wait a minute. No. So let's just, I know how
Say
to.
it again.
I know.
Say it again for everybody in the back. I'm tired of this nonsense. Y'all treat me like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm here every week from 4 to 6. You can come see me outside.
Football is my game.
Okay.
But I know
play-by-play in
sports.
color for football and basketball. And I
Okay.
played baseball until I realized I had no peripheral vision. That's not good to play baseball. Couldn't see nothing.
Really?
Couldn't hit a lick. I could catch everything. Couldn't hit nothing.
How many times did you get hit with the ball upside your head?
Well, no, I wasn't slow.
Okay.
I saw the ball coming. I'm gonna move out the way. I just could hit the ball with the bat. That was the problem.
Oh,
So
gosh.
I settled on basketball. That was cool.
Did you play ball in college?
I played 1 year JUCO. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
And so why didn't you stay in radio? Because it seemed like that's kind of, I mean, you did jazz.
That's an interesting story. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I didn't stay in radio. She's sitting right back there.
You got pregnant? I mean, well, not you. But she said no, it was
Whatever. So here, an interesting story. Coming out of college, you know, and everybody, you know, this is 25 years ago, right? They had this story. Okay, well, you got to go do the internship, right?
Right. Oh, yeah.
And so I was in college. I did play-by-play. I did color. I was a sports analyst. And back in the day, where now you see all these Shannon Sharps out here, that wasn't like that 25 years ago, right? So it was always white dudes from the Midwest who got all the jobs.
Okay.
So I went to the local sports station. And I said, you know, hey, I've got 4 years play-by-play color. I've done all the things. We've got some bomb people that came to our program. And I'll never forget, I won't call his fat name, but it was a dude that was a sports broadcaster in Norfolk, Virginia. And for people who've done sports broadcasts, this will make no sense. He called every game by himself. He had no color man. He had no sideline reporter. He was 400 pounds, and he would sit up in the booth and call football and basketball games. And so I went to him as this young guy coming out of college. Said, hey, sir, I'll intern for you for free. You know, I have these 4 years. I've been calling games in Norfolk State. He looks at me and says, what I need an intern? What I need a color man for? And at that point, I said, well, I'm going to go over here to the sales department. Oh, what I found out real quickly is that the money is actually made on the sales side, right?
Yeah.
So I started off in radio sales. I still worked in Norfolk State doing play-by-play in color for about 5 years after that. And then, you know, money and raising kids. And I was just like, and so.
You got married pretty soon out of college.
No. I didn't. So I got married, I don't know, almost 15 years now. But what I did do early on was I was on Blog Talk Radio. I was on internet radio podcasting 12 years ago.
Right.
Before now everybody got a podcast. Yes. I was podcasting where it sounded like AM radio and it sounded like.
Before it was cool.
Right.
Kind of like tofu. Tofu is cool now.
Right.
We're eating tofu 30 years ago. Yeah, I get it.
So I stayed in the radio space. I never gave up that love for it. I always tell people in a minute, you know, if we're doing a show or something, I got my old radio guy. If I hit too much dead air, I'm gonna say something.
Right.
Because that's just the way I'm
That's
trained,
right.
right?
Yeah.
So I do that when I train other people and things in that spaces. Not everybody needs training. So a lot of people on the radio don't know what the heck they're doing. They need a little bit of training. This is one of the things that we do. But that was the thing. And then once you started making money on the sales side, now there's certain radio guys and girls who are they're doing very well. They're in great lifestyles. But I wasn't trying to go from making.
Well, no, I mean, you eat lobster one day, and you can eat Burger King the next. It's like selling cars almost, right? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I love radio. I love the space. I love the medium. I love where media has gone in the last 10 or 15 years. That is really, and what has happened in the last 5 years with Black podcasters in that space. That's something I would love to talk about. There's a lot of energy in that space. There's a lot of opportunity in that space. To get your voice out. But please, when you get on these mics, please do your research. Please know what you're talking about.
Right.
Please just don't take that blog that has no references and say this is fact. You know, like no one in Tessie Tyler Perry has bought BET yet, but everybody's talking about it.
I mean, but that's the world in which we live, right? That's the world in which we live. Guys, we got Miguel Lloyd in here. He is a marketing consultant. I mean, a radio aficionado. VP of Marketing and Communications with Atlanta Black Chambers. And listen, speaking of opportunity, I think we got somebody on the phone right now that has a huge opportunity tonight. Delapo is here. He is a film producer. Actor, investor, entrepreneur, business person, and he's got his second iteration of the screening room where he actually convenes creatives and stalwarts in the film and entertainment industry and brings them together to help those who want to be in the industry. It's going to be tonight, 7 p.m. at his, he's also a restaurateur, at one of his restaurants, Blue Lagoon, and he's here just a couple minutes to tell us a little bit about it. Delapo, gosh, I almost forgot his name. Delapo, speaking of dead face. Delapo, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hey, how's it going?
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good. I almost forgot your name. I was like, I just said it, and now it's gone. What's going on?
I'm just, we're here. We're listening to your show. We're a big fan of your show, and
thank you.
We just appreciate you bringing some entertainment to us every week. So we're glad to call in and be a part of it.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about the screening room tonight.
Well, the screening room is really just a platform to allow up-and-coming filmmakers to communicate and share their projects and get constructive criticism or feedback from our panelists. So we have panelists from in the industry, expert panelists from BBC, TV One, All Black, Prime, and they come in and give these young filmmakers feedback to help them finish their project.
Wow. Listen, you know what's interesting? So Miguel Lloyd is here. Miguel was formerly in radio, but now he's in marketing, communications. He has his own media consulting company, but he's also the VP of Marketing and Communications for the Atlanta Black Chambers. And his daughter is in here. She's at Clark, and she's majoring in film. She graduated in 2022. That's right. Yeah. 2022. I do remember that. Maybe this would be a great place for her to come tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, we don't charge at the door. It's free parking.
I don't know. Can she hear him?
You can hear this, can't you?
Sort of. But more importantly, if she, I don't know what lane she's in. Like, is she an actress or is she behind the scenes or?
Yeah, she's behind the scenes.
Yeah.
She's a writer, and she's worked on a couple of films, interned on a couple of films. So she's got some experience in the space and desire for sure to get into the world of content creation.
Well, I would tell her to definitely come, and she'll get an opportunity to meet Cass Beadle, who is the top writer for Lifetime. So Lifetime created what they call a mahogany.
The mahogany seat, yeah.
And she's one of the top writers for that particular brand, and she did the first couple of movies there. And she's really a powerhouse, a great writer. So if she gets an opportunity, I would love to introduce her to her.
Yeah. I appreciate that, brother.
There you go.
For sure.
There you go. So it starts at 7 o'clock. It's at Blue Lagoon.
Absolutely. 7 o'clock, Blue Lagoon, 2263 Chester Bridge Road, Atlanta, Georgia. 30324.
Hey, you gave us a whole address. We have no excuse not to show up. Yeah, no excuse not to show up. Hey, real quick, you want to drop anything you got coming out, B?
I'm sorry, Michelle. Say that one more time.
I said real quick, do you want to drop anything you've got coming out?
Yeah. So currently I'm filming a new project with Zane. You might remember Zane.
Yeah.
He was one of the top writers in the U.S. with Sex Chronicles and things like that. Well, he's ventured into filmmaking. So we're actually shooting a new movie called Toxic Relationship. We're really excited about that project. So we're currently filming that. And then we have another project called Killer B&B that's in post-production. And then we have a couple of red carpet screenings coming out. We have a movie called Finding Destiny. It's about a female basketball player. That one we're going to premiere in Atlanta in July. And then we have another movie coming out called Dating COVID. And the Dating COVID got picked up by the Atlanta AIDS Foundation, and they're sponsoring it. So we're really excited about that. Gathered in a couple of film festivals. And last but not least, shameless plug, Water Boys is coming out later on this year with Coke Daniels. We have Quavo in there, Lala in there. We've got some of your biggest stars in that movie, and we're really excited. We've got Quality Control doing some of the music, so we're really excited about that.
Wow, that's awesome. Congratulations on all of that, D. Tonight, you can see Delapo and a whole panel of industry execs at the screening room, 7 p.m., Blue Lagoon. Be there or be square. Do people still
Can I
say
ask
that?
him a question real quick?
Yeah, sure.
How
Go
many
for
times
it.
is
No. This hey, it's your time. Go for
Yeah,
it.
no, because I think that you're doing something that a lot of people need to understand. There's a lot more opportunities in content development, filmmaking than there's ever been, right? There's a lot of platforms, a lot of ways to get it out. What sort of advice would you give like young up and coming, or even not even so much young? There's people who have been trained. 'Cause I think the young people have more aggressive, mindsets about it than some people maybe in their 30s and 40s to say that time has passed. For some folks who may want to get in the content creation space but think that time has passed, what would you advise them to do to get back in the space?
I would say the best neutralizer for maybe time that has passed by is technology.
Mm-hmm.
We can now create different projects at a very high level for little or nothing. So it's never too late. If you have an idea, my suggestion is don't stop. And don't be confined by, oh, I'm an engineer or I'm an attorney or I'm a chef. No, you can't. And there's a lot of people out there willing to help you. You just got to get in the room. So I would say the biggest advice is don't stop. Get your ideas, decide you're going to do it, and you're going to see the universe is going to subscribe to assist.
Awesome. Does that answer your question?
It does. Absolutely.
Hey, look, D, I think you got 2 new attendees tonight because one of my interns is looking to get in film and content creation, and he just said he's gonna try to slide through there. So just from calling in, it looks like you might have got two of my studio peeps already.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate the love. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be looking for you guys.
All right, awesome. Listen, thanks for calling in, Delapo, to According to Michelle with Michelle Taylor Willis. We'll see you next time, okay?
Okay. We'll see you guys.
So I'm glad you mentioned this because I want 2 questions, or a couple things I want to ask you about before we go to break.
Okay.
Because you transitioned, you had a few pivots, right?
Yeah.
You said you love radio.
Yeah.
And then you ended up working corporately in radio.
Yeah.
And then you took the leap and went on your own.
Yeah.
So a lot of people listening to this show are either entrepreneurial in spirit and they want to do that, right? And they're working in corporate, or they are entrepreneurs already and they're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
When did you know it was right to make that jump?
Well, it was right for me in part because every decision I make, my family is a part of that decision, right? Whether it be my 3 daughters, my wife. That's
3 daughters. Ooh, you were hard on them, weren't you?
3 girls, man. Lord didn't give me 1 boy, but I got all athletes, so at least I can get out there at the tennis court or basketball court with them. So, but what happened was my wife had gotten a corporate position, and we had to move to the Midwest, and I was just like, all this trying to find jobs everywhere I go, even though as someone who's been in sales, you can always find a job in sales.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like the flexibility that I believe that I needed to be able to be there for my family and for her being all locked in on the corporate side. I was already doing it. Anybody who's been in commission sales, you know, you pretty much are an entrepreneur.
That's right. That's right.
You know, if
you just don't get to keep all the money.
Correct. Right. So you already are being trained to be an entrepreneur.
Right.
So I already had the training from the time. And I always, people joke me when I say this, but I was a bartender in college. So I worked.
You knew how to talk to people.
I knew how to talk to people. And if you're a bartender or you wait tables to serve, you know, you can go in at the beginning of the night and walk out with a couple $100, you know, back then, a lot more now. So I've always had that I'm gonna eat what I kill kind of training.
Right.
So for people who don't have that experience, they have to understand a lot of them have the training already.
Mm-hmm.
The corporation have already trained you to be an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
What they haven't trained you to do is be courageous, right? Mm-hmm. And so then you got to say, okay, you know, don't buy those expensive shoes, or don't buy the red bottom for 6 months. Save up some dough so that if you decide, okay, I'm tired of this job and I'm gonna step out, I'm going to be in a position financially to take that leap.
Right.
So that would be the first thing I say. Make sure you're starting to save up your dough.
I love that. Plan, right? Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Because it can work if you throw stuff on the wall and see what sticks. But it's a lot less stressful.
It's a lot
less anxiety and headache if you just have some means already sitting there to run your house. Because there's two businesses, right? There's your personal business, and then your professional business. So I'm so glad you said that. You're going to say something else.
Yeah. Because if you put yourself in this, but here's the other thing. If you guys did not take advantage of this COVID time to really hone those skills, you're a little bit behind, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of us are, you know, the environment has changed. The culture has changed. A lot of us, even working for corporate, are still at home.
That's right.
So when it's all said and done, you ain't got nobody walking in your office over your shoulder. If you do the work, you're locked in and you get the job done, you still have time to develop those other skills. Do some other stuff. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago when you were on Chamber Live. Everybody's got slashes now. You got this job, but you also got this hustle, you got that hustle, whatever.
Right.
Develop that passion that makes you feel good, because a lot of times y'all don't feel good about the jobs they're going into every day or y'all logging into every day. You know, right? But don't do it before you're ready, because the stress that it can put on your relationship at home, the stress it can put on your finances, the stress it can put on your credit, the stress it can put on everything that makes it, because it ain't for the weak at heart. It's you know, entrepreneurship is not for the weak at heart, but there's so many. Think about how many businesses you can start now without having physical locations.
That's right, a lot.
Without having to own a lot of, you know, there's a time you had to have a warehouse, you got to put all these T-shirts. Even if you're in a T-shirt business, there are ways that you can pre-sell stuff in the clothing space. Don't have to have it, pre-order it. We're so used to now waiting 2, 3, 4 weeks before we get stuff that we buy now. That's just the culture now, right? So it's not like you're really going to piss off your customers like that. If you get a T-shirt line or a clothing line or a dress or whatever, and it takes 2 to 3 weeks for you to go through the printing process, fulfillment, and send it out, it's not as bad as
unless you go through Amazon.
Well,
because you know there is that
wearing everybody out.
That you know that is that like that mentality. Gotta have it now. Gotta have it now. Gotta have it now. Guys, we got Miguel Lloyd in that house, former radio host. He has interviewed some of everybody. He now owns his own media consultancy. He's a VP of marketing and communications for the Atlanta Black Chambers. He's an advocate for all things entrepreneurship. He's here on According to Michelle with Michelle Taylor Willis. When we come back, it'll be 5 o'clock, and that means it's time for senseless shenanigans. I can't wait to see. I am too. I can't see what that is. Senseless shenanigans brought to us by Just J Ware. Don't touch anything. More According to Michelle when we come back.
Historic Morris Brown College.
IG. So y'all still hanging out there? Your grandfather.
Hey, IG. What's up? What's up, Facebook? How's it going?
Oh,
y'all hanging in? Hey guys, how's it going? Let's go, Miguel. Oh, Keith Lewis said, "Well, let's go, Miguel."
Keith Willis.
Keith Lewis Jr. I'm a father first.
Oh yeah, Keith Lewis. Yeah. Tell him I said what's up.
He said, "What's up?"
Yeah.
Want to join a collegiate family? Well, now here is
your Uncle Mark. What's up, Mark? What's up, Mark?
What's up, y'all? Fantastic show, and may all be involved be favored and protected by the divine oneness. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah, he's great, isn't he? He's good. He's good. Yep, fire. All the fire is coming out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They love you.
Well, that's cool. Tell them to go ahead and follow me on IG, Miguel Lloyd INC. But don't leave her IG. You can come over my IG.
Yeah, don't. And it's so funny you say it. As you say that, guess who I'm scrolling? I'm scrolling through it. Reset right now.
Reset.
I just scrolled through his fires and his laugh out loud. I don't know. You know what's so funny? You never know because you come later in the comments.
Yeah.
So you don't ever know what people are
Right.
reacting to. It's
Yeah,
like,
right.
you
right,
know,
right.
I don't know what was fire,
Right.
but it was probably something you said. And it makes sense because, you know.
I'm having fun here. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, stop
Absolutely.
keep saying you appreciate it.
I
Of
do. I'm
course.
saying
I
you gotta
know.
show people that love, man.
I mean,
real.
you're somebody easy to show love to, Miguel. Easy. What's up, grits and jelly butter? They just sang at the chartering ceremony for the AKAs. They're everywhere. 5 o'clock. Yep. Yeah, I know. Phoebus, way better.
Is that reset?
No, that's Foreverology. She said Phoebus is way better.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is, but she knows what she's talking about.
She's been, we actually were in a play together about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And she's been following me ever since. She's amazing.
So most people, if they went to Hampton, as soon as you say Phoebus, they know because Phoebus is literally the school that we were close, two miles away,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, they know much about the local. They got off campus, so they know us. It's always so funny back in the day, me being a black dude with a Spanish name. I had two brothers, 2 miles away. One of them was light skinned. His name was Tony. My other brother named Chris. He was half Asian, half black. So of course we young, 15, going on campus talking to the girls at Hampton. One was named Chris, one was named Tony. They was light skinned. I was black, named Miguel. He was like, I was the one lying about my name. I was the only one who told him my real name. Everybody else was lying.
Get out of here,
Miguel. Your name ain't Miguel. And everybody think I'm Dominican.
I was just about to say, you're Dominican.
I'm not Dominican. No.
He's Dominican. That's what it is.
I'm not Dominican.
Just Dominican.
I failed Spanish twice. So
Uh-oh.
you don't start kicking the Spanish to me. I'm going to lose that conversation too.
I'm the same way. People, especially when I wear my hair curly, people come up to me and start talking to me in Spanish. I'm like, I got nothing.
I can't help you.
I'm like, un poquito el baño.
Nope.
I start... that's a little bathroom. Yeah. A little bit of bathroom.
Oh, you a little bit of bathroom? Yeah, I don't think that.
I speak French. I speak
my
French.
wife speaks fluent French.
She does? I met your wife. Isn't she AK?
She is.
Art and entrepreneur. I don't know what that is, but that looks dope. Hi. Keep educating and empowering. Yes, we will. Go Phantoms. My son went there.
Okay.
Foreverology. She must be from DMV.
She gotta be from down my way.
Yeah. She said, I know Phoebus. So who is he? Phoebus. Okay. I guess that was when you were saying.
Okay.
Phoebus Phantoms.
That's right.
Buck Row.
I was from Phoebus, Buck Row. That's joining. So you got some Phoebus people hanging out on
I guess
your side.
so.
They're on my side.
They're all over here.
They're all over thread. Yeah.
Somebody said, keep doing a great job, Mr. M. Got some fans over here. Phoebus is way better. Talk to him.
My dad wants to see the host.
Hey, Dad.
Hold on.
Hi.
There's your host. There's the lovely Michelle.
Hey, Dad. How are you? What do you think? Am I worthy to share the room with your son is the question.
No, whatever.
That is the question. What's up, guys? We got a lot of people on live today. Sheesh. Fantastic show. Yep, got that. Wave to a lot of people. We had a lot of people come through. You're not talking back to the people, Jalen? You're not talking back to the people?
Oh, I don't want to be all interfering all on the radio and everything. I'm going to just let you get to it when you get.
I mean, you can reply back in the comments. Let's go, Miguel. Somebody said,
I
that's
waved to him, though.
Yeah, did you see wave?
I'm saying, do we need to like get on the same live and then I can see the comments? No. I think that might be too much.
Tell Miguel my son graduated from Phoebus.
What year? Ask her what year. What year? What year?
All right, here we go. We got a lot of comments. Sheesh. There's a lot going on over here.
All right.
Okay.
Come on now. You want to get me started with some hip hop? You're my DJ.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to According to Michelle with Michelle Taylor Willis. We are live in Atlanta on Real 1100 AM. I hope you guys got me on in the car. I know it's tough. It's traffic out there, people beeping and honking. You're probably sitting still. That's a great time to just sit and soak in all this knowledge and empowerment from the guests that we have today on the According to Michelle show. I want to make sure we give a special shout out to all of our international listeners on TuneIn and iHeartRadio. What is going on? We love that you guys are here. And I'm going to give an advance shout out to Team Replay, because I know some of y'all are going to listen and download this podcast on Monday. It is never too late to get you some of the MT dubs. There's no excuse. I'm literally everywhere. But right now it's 5 o'clock, and that means it's time for Senseless Shenanigans. Senseless Shenanigans today is brought to us by Just Jay Ware. That's Jai Ware. She is a Black woman that is making her own or has made her own fitness line. And she says she likes it. It feels like a cross between Lululemon and Nike without either of those price tags. I'm waiting for mine now. Mine hasn't come in yet. So I'll let you guys know because you know I'm a workout aficionado. But right now we have to support business. So you make sure you go Just Jay Ware. Go there, order something, get it, try it on, tag me in it. Make sure you tell her the MTW sent you. Jarrell, what is senseless today? Uh-oh, the dramatic pause.
This is tragic. What I'm about to read out to you all.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's just get into it. California woman.
At least it's not Florida man.
Yeah, I'm trying to do you justice. Her name, well, she goes by the name Jennifer Eversole.
So
Eversole.
SOL or SOUL?
That's a good question. SOL.
Okay.
Like
Like sun.
Soul. No, soul your foot.
SOLE. Oh, that's soul
Soul,
too. There's
yeah.
3 souls. Okay.
Santa Rosa, California woman named Jennifer Eversole accidentally glued her eyes shut, mistaking nail glue for eye drops.
Didn't we go through that a couple of years ago with the girl who glued the glue girl? What was she? You know what I'm talking about? The girl
With her hair.
With her hair.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't even.
It's not funny.
No, it's hilarious.
It is. It actually is funny.
No, because wait. Was it Gorilla Glue?
No, it was nail glue. It was nail glue.
So how did she? What was that? A fart? He's like, I don't know. Just ignore that sound. Okay. Wait. How?
So this is how the story whole breaks down.
Okay, I need details.
She's a mother, so she has kids, and one of her kids is she's a daughter and teenage age. They all share a bathroom space. It looks like, so things get mixed and mingled around and whatnot. And she was helping her daughter put on nails the few nights before. And I guess forgot to take the.
She was just rushing.
Of the room.
She's like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta hurry up and get. Just let me get. Oh my God, his eyes are so red.
Hold on.
My eye.
She thought that was eye drop.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was eye itch relief, like drops.
Sound like it must have been around 420.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm not doing. No, we're about to stop right now because I don't know. Somebody tell me right now. On according to Michelle, at 5:04 p.m. with Michelle Taylor Willis, our 1100 a.m. What is 420? And I don't know. I feel like, do you know? Wait a minute. How do I not know? I probably know. I just don't know it's called 420.
I don't feel like I should be the one to tell you that.
And me neither. I like my range that I have here.
I don't feel like. Well, I guess I don't work here, so I can say. I guess I can say what I want.
No, you know who's gonna say it?
Who?
The person who put it in that chat. So go ahead, reset. He's on one of these. Go ahead and have the audacity to put that. Put it in the comments.
420 is April 20th. This is the gist of what I know. It's April 20th is when all the weed smokers celebrate weed. I know there's more to it, but that's about as far as I know. Now there may be more.
Well, I'm not a weed smoker.
I think that's all it is.
Is there anything else to it that I'm missing? Okay, there you
that's
go.
it.
Yeah, that's it.
And I just didn't know that. I mean, like,
I don't know how you didn't know. You like the coolest girl in Atlanta.
I am the coolest girl in Atlanta. Yeah, but you know, I'm not really. It's just not my thing. Now, if you said like tequila 420, I'd be all of that. Oh well, yeah, I know about that one.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. So how did they get this crap out of her eyes?
Doctor, of course, she had to be rushed to an ambulance. Well, she called an ambulance first and foremost because
she put it in her eye. Ooh.
Yeah, that reaction's immediate. It's not like so she called who she needed to call. Luckily, she only.
He's rubbing his eyes like.
No, really. What I heard. Luckily, she was only crazy enough to put him in one of her eyes. So.
Oh no! After the first eye, she was good. She didn't have to put it in the other one. That thing, boy, she was like. Man.
Oh my gosh! And so, is she okay now?
Yeah, she's recovering right now. She gained in the process over 4 million TikTok followers because.
Well, there you go.
Everyone was curious on like
the trade-off. She got one eye, but she got 4 million more TikTok followers.
Now the question is, how is she going to, Mr. Brand? How is she going to keep? How's she going to keep these people engaged? She got the followers. She got the followers because Miguel Wilson is in, guys, on According to Michelle with Michelle Taylor Willis. Thank you, Terrell, for that senseless shenanigans. It was senseless and quite the
Gave
shenanigan.
me chills. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't ruin no one's day while driving.
Just crazy. Just crazy. Here on According to Michelle with Michelle Taylor Willis on Really 1100 AM. Miguel also is a huge proponent of social media and how you use that to build your brand, maintain your brand, grow your brand, all these things. So, I mean, how's she going to keep these people engaged? She got 4 million TikTok followers now. She's going to do the other eye. I mean, she's going to gorilla glue her hair.
To do a song
like,
and dance and figure it out because
what's going to happen?
That's not something good to be famous about. Funny thing about social media is a different occurrence. Because once you start it, it's like drugs, man. Some of the stuff I see people do on social media, I'm just like, turn the camera off, man.
Yeah.
I don't need to know that. I don't need to see that. I'm just like, did you see what happened to Anita Baker?
Wait, no.
So Anita Baker.
I don't know about 420. I don't know what happened about Anita Baker.
I do know making all this bread.
I do know the Denver Nuggets won, and that's what I said was going to happen. But go ahead, as you were.
Petty. Goodness gracious.
I'm just saying.
So Anita Baker has now kicked Babyface off of her tour. Okay.
Why?
Well, because Anita Baker, with her 65-year-old self, got caught up in the trolls who was clowning her on social media. And it's like somebody should have said, Miss Baker, give me your phone. Because she got mad because they started talking about her. Because, I think it was in Newark. He didn't perform because the show started late or whatever. And, of course, the Babyface folks got in her comments, got in her DMs, and started clowning her. Instead of her just ignoring it, she got in her feelings. And the next thing you know,
she punishing him for his man
and for his people.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, Miss Ma'am, just somebody take your phone. So here's a perfect example. Somebody should be managing social media.
That's right for her. She shouldn't be even doing her own. How's she even keeping up with that?
She didn't keep up with it. She was getting trolled. And next thing you know, she got all types of bold capital letters in her comments, misspelling and everything. And next thing you know, she done kicked Babyface off her tour.
Off the tour.
And, Babyface, just like he did Teddy Riley back on that versus. He sat back, he had his stuff together while Teddy was wild.
Yep.
Same thing with Anita. She even hit her with the heart emoji, like, bless you. And next thing you know, he'll be on tour.
Yeah, he'll be, and he'll have all
the headline. Because she was kind of like almost saying that, calling him the undercard and saying he was the support act, and people like, okay, Anita, we love you.
Right, but come on, let's not. I mean, it's Babyface.
This is Babyface. This band's got more hits.
Yeah, it's Babyface.
Come on, dear. Come on now. So anyway, but social media.
Let's double click on that for a minute, right? Because in business, and building a community through business,
right?
And I mean, let's talk about the big ones, right? Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and I'm a huge fan of social media to build business and the monetization of that business, product, service, whatever.
Right.
But let's talk about a couple ways to do it effectively, right?
Mm-hmm.
And where people can act, because people are like, I don't want to get on stuff, I don't want to do this, I want to do that. And I mean, the conversation really needs to be at a certain level where people can hear it and understand it and know how to do it. Right.
Well, here's the funny thing. Social media is like that passive big brother. Like Facebook doesn't tell you when they change things. They just do. And
you're wondering why,
why
isn't anybody? Yeah.
Why is nobody engaging? I got 10,000 followers. Why did I put this stuff out? I get no engagement.
That's right.
Because they don't want you to get engagement. I think I wrote a blog post 8 years ago when they talked about that if they showed you every one of the posts of all the people that you're connected with, you wouldn't be able to engage. It would be too much. The other thing is that it's monetization. So, of course, they're monetizing that level of engagement. They really want you to go into more groups than just having pages.
Right.
You notice if you're on your personal page, if you post something about Trump, everybody sees it.
Mm-hmm.
If you post something about your business, nobody sees it.
That's right.
And you're like, okay, how did I just post this 10 minutes ago about Trump and I got 30 comments?
And we know sensationalism is still a thing, period. Whether it's your mama saying it or Anita Baker saying it, right?
So social media is a necessary evil in a certain way. We're all content creators, whether you're in content or creating it yourself. So you might as well find a way to manage it, make it work for you and your business and your personal brand. But it's different. Facebook engagement is different than Instagram engagement, right? Then there was a time about 3 years ago where Instagram said, stop just posting pictures. Now I got to post videos.
Right.
Oh God, now I got to do videos. And after a while, you got to find out, build your community. That's the thing about social media. It should be about building a community. I don't care if that community, just because you got 40,000 people in a community don't mean that they're really your community.
That's right.
Like I know people that are doing very well and they got 2,000 people that
That's
are following
right.
them because they're engaging with,
Right.
more of those people and doing business with more of those people.
So how do you engage? How do you intentionally build the community that's going to put money in your pocket on socials?
You have to be very intentional and you have to be very consistent, right? If you want to talk, if you want to spend half your time because you're mad at Trump, then you better be a pundit who's on radio and doing that type of content. But if you're selling something and all you're doing is talking about Trump, you're bringing in the wrong type of people to your community.
Right.
Right. There are people who I know who are very successful in course creation, right? They may be selling business ideas or whatever. I know them personally. I know who they like, who they don't like. I know who their favorite football team, basketball team is, or whoever. They're very strategic when they talk about those type of things, because if you are a pastor who has a successful church, you don't want to be over here talking about how you can't stand President Biden unless that's the type of people that you want to bring to your community. Sometimes you got to be agnostic. But if you want to go all hard in the paint like Roland A. Martin, then do it.
Right.
Just know
but
that
understand that that's where once you because you do box yourself in, right?
Absolutely.
And once you box yourself in, it's really hard to get outside of the box
because the algorithms, the way they build, the way they feed your content, it's to other people who they feel like is going to really engage with your content. Social media is about engagement.
That's right.
That's what it's about. They want you. It's so funny. We used to always say on Facebook, well, they'll never charge us to be on Facebook. We were wrong about that, only in one regard, because now people are paying for blue checks. But other than that,
don't get me started on that.
But other than that, it's an audience build. Everything is about data collection. Everything is about people being able to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, being able to go out and sell this you and your lifestyle to a certain brand market community. But then we've got to know how to leverage that for ourselves. And that's the part I think a lot of us get lost in, is that we don't have an intentionality in what we're posting, how we're going about engagement.
Right.
If you have intentionality about your engagement, then you talk to the same type of people. In the business community, we call it your avatar. What is your avatar, right? If you know what your avatar is, you know who you're trying to engage with.
Right.
If it is a 35-year-old woman who's got kids, then cool. There's a young lady, I won't call her name out, but there's a young lady who she posts almost every day, and she is a 50-year-old woman, beautiful, body banging, blah, 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 blah. And all she does is dog men every day in her community. Well, she can drive engagement.
She's a female version of Kevin Samuels.
Basically.
Rest in peace.
Basically.
Respectfully.
Right. So now there's a market for that type of community. And she's got a huge community of women who want to jump into her comments and talk bad about men. And then the men want to jump in the comments and fight the women in the comments. And oh, by the way, you can join her community for $99.99.
I mean,
right? So
it's
it's really how people are moving in the social space, and you're seeing it in music, you're seeing it in the culture. I saw the Breakfast Club talking about this today when they said this is the first time in 30 years there's not a rapper hip hop artist that has reached #1 on Billboard. And I had to give Envy his props, because it wasn't Envy, actually it was Charlamagne that said these artists are so focused on algorithms and not making great content. Right. And let's just keep it real now. These media companies are still not primarily owned by us, right?
Absolutely.
And so for years there was such engagement with Black content that it became pop content. It became mainstream. Well, now when you got, there's lines in the sand that has been drawn in the last few years, George Floyd and everything that's going on. And now these people who love country music and pop culture, they're unapologetic about it now. And they're saying they have all these grievances. So now for years, the Taylor Swift was the only one. Well, now you got a whole country market that's killing it. You got a whole Afrobeats market that's killing it.
That almost feels like it came out of nowhere, right? Like this cult following of things. Right. So let me ask you this, right? To the entrepreneur, that's just kind of getting started, doesn't have a following, right? Maybe some of your Atlanta Black Chambers members, right? And who know they need socials to help them build their business. Let's say it's a service. Because service is a little bit different than
it is.
Right?
It is.
How do they get started? Like if you had to give me a 1, 2, 3 for jumping into the social media game from LinkedIn to Facebook to Instagram, like talk to us about where they should start and how they actually start intentionally organically building these communities.
Well, they first need to understand who their market is, right? You have to, in the radio space, when I was in the radio business, if someone comes to this radio station, and you want to advertise on these radio stations has a certain reach, certain part of town, right? If you're way out in Rome, Georgia, I don't know.
It's not coming. It is not.
It's not going to hit there.
It stops right at the stop sign, right outside. So there's
right.
that.
So the point is that geographically, first of all, you know who your avatar is, what part of town are they in, what sort of business are they in. These things are important. On social, you need to start to build those relationships. All this stuff is about relationship building.
Right.
All we can do in marketing is tell people where you are. Once they come to you, it's your job to close.
Oh my gosh. Say that again for the people in the back.
Right.
I mean, I say that to people. Then, I didn't get any business from it. All I promise you is I'm bringing them to you.
That's it.
You need great salespeople. You need to hire new salespeople.
That's it. That's it. And you got to understand, there's so many ways to monitor and watch that grow. So to answer your question, one, find out who your market is. And your market is the same people you're doing business with now. Like if 80% of your business are Black women who are 40 plus, then you need to talk to more Black women who are 40 plus, right? But then you have the situation where in the radio business, you have somebody walk in the door and says, they own a restaurant that's in Gwinnett, right? And they like men to come in. But for the most part, actually, when they look at who's in the restaurant, it's actually the women who are looking for those men that are in the restaurant. Maybe you need to talk to the women.
That's right.
Because what we if you're in a club business, or if anywhere women are, men are going to follow.
That's right. And
so why are you talking to the dudes?
Yeah.
Right? We follow y'all quickly. It's another way around. That's a different conversation. But
come back and we have that one.
Right. So my point is that you got to know your market. A lot of people don't know their market. They want to open a business and talk to people that they want to talk to instead of people who are doing business.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
You got to understand who you're dealing with. So once you do that, you translate that into a social media environment, and you say, if you go to LinkedIn are business people primarily that are looking to make connections. They're looking to make B2B type of when I say B2B, business to business connections. If you go to an Instagram, it is a visual medium, and that's why you see, people who sell hair care products and people who sell other things do very well because it's visual.
That's right.
Facebook is actually a little bit more of a community-driven type of deal, right?
That's right.
And so you just got to know who you're talking to, and each one of those mediums, you need to have a different type of message for each one of those mediums.
Yep.
Sometimes to take that same flyer that you ran on LinkedIn may not work on another platform, right? And so you have to understand that. But then you also talk to people like you and I, and we, and you pay our rating and we help you.
Well, listen, on socials, I know just enough to be dangerous. We got Miguel Lloyd in the studio today. I was just talking to somebody about LinkedIn that a lot of times when I post the same ideas across the mediums, but I post them differently, right? The language is different. So I might, be promoting the same thing on Instagram and LinkedIn, but I'll say it different. The video isn't the same on LinkedIn.
Right.
That's the video on Instagram, right? Correct. The messaging isn't quite the same. The hashtags are different, right? But to your point, there's an intention behind all of that. And I think too, especially with people just getting into business that don't have corporate experience, because corporate America teaches you a lot, to your point earlier, about running a business. But, there's this idea of if I build it, they will come.
And here's the thing too. These platforms will tell you.
That's right.
Study your insights.
That's right. All you got to do is, that's exactly right.
I have clients, the same exact clients, I can put out the same exact message. And I've been managing their accounts for years. And I would look and say, on this platform, the number one group are women 35 to 45.
That's right.
On this platform, their best group is actually men 45 to 60.
Yeah.
You can't talk to a 45, 60-year-old man the same way you talk to a 35-year-old woman.
That's exactly right.
So then you have to figure that out. How do you change up that message depending on the audience that you're talking to? Some people are just hard-headed and say, I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to do it the same day. Well, okay, that's fine. But they're telling you right now, your audience is not going to be receptive to what you're doing because you're not talking to them the right way.
And I love using that too, to your point. This is great information, Miguel. I love using that information too, so you can see if what you're doing is working, right? Because you can look and say, like, I want to be talking to this person that does this, and this. My avatar is Jennifer, and this is what she does. But I pull those insights, I'm like, oh shoot, I'm talking to Mark, was 45. I didn't want.
Right.
I'm not trying to talk to Mark.
Right.
Right.
But you're
So-
not trying to talk to Mark.
But I'm talking to Mark.
But for some reason, Mark is listening.
Mark is listening,
So now
right?
you got to figure out what is Mark listening to.
Exactly.
Right,
Exactly.
right,
So it can really go either way. It's just a matter of using the information. Well, guys, you mentioned that, guys. We got to take a break. We got Miguel Lloyd, VP of Marketing and Communications of the Atlanta Black Chambers here. If you're listening, he's given us so much information. But one of the things I love that he just said, and if you can double click on it, you should, is that the information is out there for you to use, and we're not using it.
Right.
We have so much information out there that we can really use to build and grow and brand that costs nothing.
You already, yeah.
We already got it right there. We're not using it. Nobody uses those insights, but they're business owners.
Or the ones who are successful.
Well, that's what, but I mean, that's what we're talking 1% of the, right?
Correct.
Right?
But you're right. Yes.
So that's the thing. That's why he's here. According to Michelle with Michelle Taylor Willis on Real 1100 AM. Shout out to everybody on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. When we come back, it'll be 5:30. You can call in 404-603-8770. Time for Ask Michelle. But you don't have to just ask me. You can ask Miguel. Ask Michelle brought to you by Just J Wear. Fitness wear for the novel, clean, urban woman. Make sure you check her out. JustJwear.com. Don't touch anything. When you come back, it'll be time for Ask Michelle on According to Michelle with Michelle Taylor Willis. We'll be right back.
All right, I got to find the charger. I'm wearing my battery out. Let me see.
Guys. Hey, y'all. Hanging in there? What's up? What do you guys think? Good information? Social media, business engagement, and sales. Oh, yeah. Reasons, yes.
How you feel about AI doing work for you? Have you heard about that? People using AI to like make a marketing plan or like.
Of course, I don't know about AI. Of course, I don't
Thank
know
you.
about
For those of us just joining, what's the topic?
Like,
Yep.
What you think? What's your opinion on it?
I'm using it.
You use it?
Absolutely.
Hey, at the
You
real,
have to look
I'm
at
just
it from
looking
a
at
perspective of it. It's helping your
looking at some of these
your
comments
work.
here.
You got to put in your workflow.
What do you guys think? You getting some good information from this? Virtual hug. Virtual hug back to
You know, I've
you.
seen
What's up,
I've seen some
Yusuf?
comments
How
out
are
there
you?
about,
Yeah, virtual hug.
You owning that content. There is some conversation out there about.
I can't give you some real hugs.
There's a conversation running about
So
if
there's,
you own the content that you
let's
create
see
through AI.
what we got.
We're learning.
Let me try to get through
We're
some of
learning
these
every day, but
comments.
yeah,
I just want to see what y'all talking about.
AI
KG
will show
is
your workflow. For sure.
dope.
What you use it for? You just like videos?
Yeah, the topic is great.
I'll
I mean,
use
we're
it-
talking about
I will use it
entrepreneurship,
for sometimes
building
helping to
community,
write,
social
some
media,
content for social.
and
'Cause
branding.
That's always the part of being a creative is that you can.
Let's
You can
see. Oh, we got Jamaica in the house.
right,
New
you're trying to be
viewer.
creative, right, and you're taking too much time.
Tuning in from
to do
Trench from
something
Kingston,
that,
Jamaica. What's
shouldn't
up?
take that
Okay,
much time to
so
do.
a friend of mine
Right,
is
you're taking
Finley
too hard,
Sangster.
right.
Do you drink Sangster's
Yep,
coffee
so
in
I
Jamaica?
definitely,
They have it
use
here in
for that
Atlanta and
purpose.
America now too.
But AI
And they just opened a Sangster's Cafe in New York.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
it's gonna be something that's
if
going
you're, I'm
to,
sure you got to know who the Sangsters are if
there's
you're
a
from
lot of people
Kingston,
fighting it,
Jamaica.
and I don't know why.
So make sure you check out their coffee, sangsterscoffee.com, I think.
Yeah.
Blue Mountain Coffee. So good. But you're right there. You should be able to get it. It's probably everywhere you are
Okay.
in Kingston, right?
Okay.
Once again, thanks for
Okay.
sharing. See you next time. Yes, thank you. Thanks for coming on. Terry_Maurice_Burr 89756. Let me try to get through some of these earlier comments. Dedicated to cannabis consumption. I know. So Reset must have been gone because we asked him what sports with it. Oh my gosh. James Daniel in 2013. Hey, cousin, what's up, Natasha? Got my family in the house. What's going on, guys? How are you?
Called Get Munch. You can put
Lived there
videos
for
in there.
years. Okay, I
and
don't think I
it
knew
will
that.
cut
Did
it
I know
up
you
into
lived up
multiple
there?
videos.
Seems like it should be familiar.
They may have everything has a little bit of a level of a free program.
All right, I'm gonna let him know
you use a certain
that your
amount,
son graduated in
then,
23. His name is James Daniel.
then you have to.
He's
pay for
talking right
something,
now.
but,
TC15. What's up?
You know, it's
No problem. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Look, if you have questions for Miguel, drop it in the chat. We'll ask him. If you want to call in, let me put the phone number down here: 404-603. We come back. We can talk a little bit about really kind of building this community outside of socials, right? The importance of it, and entrepreneurship. And then if you guys are in the Atlanta area, you should join the Atlanta Black Chambers. They are got to be 400 or 500 strong, right?
Oh, almost 700.
700, almost 700.
Mhm.
It's great. I'm a member there. We do business with them through the media company and through my magazine, Soul Food Lifestyle. Great
Is
events.
this the Wi-Fi?
A great women's.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that right?
Use the first one, I think.
Strange. I don't know why that's showing up on
5:30. 5:30. Then come back. Do I know what time it is? It's 5:26.
It's not showing
Yeah.
up as an option for me. So.
Yeah. Oh no, he's trying to get the Wi-Fi.
Oh no, I was looking for the Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Yeah, you can call in and you can actually talk to Miguel, ask him a question. But you know, we'll further our discussion. And it's almost over. God, it's almost 6 o'clock. It's great. Crazy. Good info. Awesome. Are you guys are most of you guys entrepreneurs are on here?
2 or 5, it don't matter. And the password
Let me
is
just go
number
this
right here.
is
44
put y'all right there.
86
What's up, Facebook and YouTube? How are you?
8600 8600.
What's going on? I'm so glad that you guys are getting people are like good info. This is great. They're really enjoying the conversation. Good information.
Yeah, I think I'm good. Thank you.
It's always good. Don't we have the best guests? Dad. Dad.
I did see that. I'm about to have a nephew or niece.
Oh.
Yeah, so hopefully soon they aren't putting anything on social for now. Okay, good.
But except you just told everybody. But okay.
Oh, yeah, I don't know who she is. So.
Oh no.
She said, oh,
I don't know. I mean,
That's why
what's
I
up, guys? 404-603-8770. You can call in. You can call in and talk to Miguel if you got questions. He's a wealth of knowledge. You know what? You can hire him. Lloyd Media Group. This guy works with, 100 Black Men, a lot of large organizations, but he works with small businesses too. He can help anybody. So you don't have to go through the chamber. I think you should join the chamber just because it's a great, talk about building community, building business, building network. The chamber is a great way to do that. But if you need some real intentional, so to speak, and focused effort. What's up, Alfred? How are you? Good morning. Oh, good evening.
Do I edit a video?
Then
I gotta edit it.
you want to deal with Miguel. Uh-oh, at the hospital?
I don't know who answered that for me. I don't know, make sure it's not my brother. I'm going away.
Okay. Alfred, I put the phone number in the chat, 44603-8770. We are talking about business, entrepreneurship, and building a community. Got Miguel Lloyd in the house. How we doing, Miguel? Can you believe it's 5:30? It's almost over.
Yeah. Oh, I know radio. That's how it works. Good conversation. Yeah, huh?
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
okay.
Got you. Thank you. What's up, Greg Ellis? How are you? All right, we're gonna come back in about a minute. Oh, here we go. Building a community, entrepreneurship. All right. Yep, I'm ready. Let's go. Oh, it's right here.
Love life.
You can cha-cha-cha on this Mardi Gras. I'm the dopest female that you heard thus far. And I do get better. The voice gets wetter. Nobody gets hurt. Do my thing with an 89 swing, but don't miss the light, a guaranteed delight. Because to the hip-hop maniac, the uptown granny, full effect MC Light is back. Yes. Okay, yeah, I was going to give myself an applause. They didn't do it, you know. And I do that from time to time to see which guest is actually going to go as long as you let her.
Come on now. Please don't get me started on hip hop.
It's 50th anniversary, man.
Come on, man. I'm going to LL on July 4th.
What? That's going to be crazy.
Jazzy Jeff is spinning the roots.
Oh my gosh. Is he here July 4th?
Yes.
LL?
Yes, State Farm Arena. I already got my tickets.
Oh.
I'm about to order me a Sergio Tacchini sweatsuit.
You about to? What? No, you're not gonna do the Adidas.
Nah, that's played out.
Kango.
I might do a Kango, but I'm gonna be fly.
I might need to call and see. Man, those sweets are probably crazy. I wonder if the sweets are sold out.
Yeah, I don't know. NBAF did a joint.
Oh no,
Instagram.
yeah.
It was this
Yeah.
past weekend.
Saturday night,
It
yeah.
was so
It was
dope.
great. I know it
It was
was.
so dope
I
because
couldn't go.
they had headphones, and like you could put the headphones on and switch between eras. They had deep straight mixes.
Did they do they did the silent
Yes.
party? I love those.
Oh, it was amazing.
No, I don't want to know. Okay, my family was in town. I went to David Manuel's thing, his cover release Saturday,
Okay.
and I couldn't do both.
Ryan
But
Cameron
don't.
was
Okay,
there,
I don't want to
and
know.
they got
Anyway,
great-
okay, it's 5:30. Welcome back to According to Michelle. Michelle Taylor Willis on Real 1100 AM. Shout out to everybody on iHeartRadio. Tune in. Anybody who's going to be listening. Team Replay is a thing. What's up? You can download the According to Michelle podcast on Friday, July 14th. I will be at the Taste of Soul Food. We're going to be in Union City from 6 o'clock to 10 p.m. We got great talent coming out. I think Norris Gorganius is going to be singing again. Shout out to my interns that came out last time. I had a great time, June 14th. And then June 20th, that's next Tuesday. Anybody in the restaurant industry, listen up. If you own a restaurant, if you're running a restaurant, if you want to have a restaurant, you need to meet me at the Urban League of Greater Atlanta next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. I'm bringing in the restaurant scientist, Jason Wallace. This is one of our Black leading experts in building efficient and scalable restaurants.
Mm.
And yes, you do have to weigh everything. Everything. He's going to be there from 7 to 8:30, dropping all kinds of gems. I'm going to be there. This is a Soul Food Lifestyle magazine in partnership with Gagnon Media and the Greater Atlanta Urban League. All you got to do is follow me on socials at Michelle Taylor Willis on just about everything. Register. It's going to be amazing. You won't be able to get this guy. And if you really like him, you can go through the course that he's got through the Urban League, and then you can actually hire him as a consultant, kind of like you could do with Miguel. We got all kinds of resources on According to Michelle.
A bunch of entrepreneur Negroes out here. We trying to get it done.
Entrepreneur Negroes in the house. And finally, July 27th, I will be on podium at the National Urban League. I'll be speaking. I'm so excited about that. If you guys are in Houston or if you're going to National Urban League, I don't have all the details yet, but definitely come find me. I'll be in the session on Thursday at 2 p.m. So look for me there at the National Urban League Conference. All right, it is 5:30 time for Ask Michelle. I think we have somebody that is called in. Who we got on the line there?
What's up, Michelle?
Derek Jackson.
It's Action Jackson, Jackson. Born in the place they call Big A, because when we rock, we will understand. What's up, PW?
That is spoken. You dropping bars like somebody who just won a runoff.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Listen, it was a total team effort. You know, I would be remiss if I don't think first God, who is the head of my life, my queen, Camilla, my family, support, friends, neighbors, constituents. It was like Muhammad Ali, the Thriller in Manila, and I had to do the rope-a-dope, and we came out.
So Derek, tell everybody a little bit. So you just won your old seat back. You want to take us through the story just a little bit for what happened?
Yeah. So listen, I was first elected in 2016, state representative, and where I had, the honor to serve as a state representative for 3 terms, 6 years. Then I decided last year, when everyone else was running for a higher office, including Stacey Abrams and others, I decided to run for lieutenant governor. And when you do that, you have to surrender your seat, and I did that. And the person that succeeded me was a dear friend. She was also obviously a constituent, the Honorable late Tish Nagisi. So when my term ended on January 9th, hers started, and unfortunately, she only served for almost 8 weeks. She passed away on March 8th, and that opened up the seat, made it vacant, and then when Governor Kemp made the announcement, everyone was encouraging me to run for the old seat. And
And so we just concluded yesterday, as you just stated, in a runoff election. And like I said, it was like, Thriller in Manila. And we went down to the wire, and I won by 14 votes.
That's crazy. Yeah, before you came on, I was saying earlier that, you gave the statistics, I think like 40 something thousand people registered voters and only 1,900 came out to vote in the first election. Do you know how many showed up for this one, for the runoff?
So out of the 42,000 eligible registered voters in this district, last night only 1,820.
So less, because we figured it was less. It wasn't a whole lot less, but yeah, I mean, like, it's just, it's crazy. But I got to tell you, one of the comments on Instagram when I gave that, somebody said, well, that just means that people are starting to see that our government doesn't work for us. What do you say to that, Derek?
Yeah, so I reject that. I reject that, not because I'm in government. I think the reason why folks don't vote, if we want to have an honest conversation on the MTW show, I think we are, as a collective, we're comfortable. And when you become comfortable, you get complacent. And so we don't respond in our community until the pain is on our doorstep. But as I stated in another show earlier today, we shouldn't have to wait for pain to be on our doorstep to say ouch. We should be able to say ouch without experiencing some kind of traumatic experience or any kind of pain. We should be able to say ouch when we need better women's health. We need to be able to say ouch when we want a solid public education system in our zip code. We should be able to say ouch, because we need to have access to fair voting elections. And so when others say, well, we don't show up because our government don't show up for us, I just reject that on its face, because everything in our society, when you wake up, government touches everything. And so when people say, well, government doesn't show up, well, government shows up to make sure you have clean air to breathe, fresh water to drink, to make sure that you have paved roads and infrastructure, that you have electricity, that you have health care, right? We just got to hold government accountable. And the only way you can do that, as it was stated by the late, great civil rights icon, John Lewis, the only way you can do that is through voting.
Yeah.
We did it in 2008 with Barack Obama. Then we turned around in 2012 and voted him back in. Right now, a lot of people would say, well, Barack Obama didn't do much for the Black community. I reject that too. Right. And so we just gotta be honest. Right. We're too comfortable.
So we
have it better than our ancestors. Right. Our ancestors paved the way so that we can be where we are today. But I just think a lot of things that we have today, we just take it for granted.
So Derek, real quick before we let you go, we got Derek Jackson. He just won his old seat back in the state representative District 68, right, Derek?
District 68, that's right. It consists of South Fulton and Fayette County.
So, before you came on, and you and I have had this conversation before, just the importance, you mentioned the presidential races, but the importance of local government, right? Just being able to impact what happens locally. And so give us real quick before we leave, what is, you think, the one thing that you're going to be focusing on for your constituents in District 68?
Yeah, my focus is going to be family. My focus is family. If we make sure that every family achieves the quality of life that they desire, and that there's no roadblocks or hurdles, then that's where we win. What end up happening is we start leaving families behind. And when I say family, we got to make sure that the family as a whole, and so that we have to have jobs that are available. We need to have wages, real wages, right? None of this minimum wage stuff. We got to have a real livable wage. Everything that I'm going to be focused on touches the family, public education, health care, job opportunity, wages, affordable housing, and we could define what affordability looks like.
Yeah, because that's not the same. That's not our affordable housing of yesteryear. I said, yeah, affordable housing now is not affordable housing 10 years ago. But yeah, but all of that sounds great. I love all of it. Congratulations, Derek. I'm glad you're back. Thanks for coming in and tell us how we find you and follow you and know about all the great things you're doing for District 68.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Michelle. And again, I can be found. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. Derek Jackson. That's DERRICK Jackson. I'm also Jackson for Georgia with the number 4. But you can just Google Derek Jackson, state representative, and it'll pop up. All my handles will pop up. And again, I'm looking forward to getting back. This will be my 4th term and focusing on family right here in Georgia, where no family is left behind.
No family left behind. Love it. Thank you, Derek, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate you, and keep up the great work on MPW.
I'll do my best, my friend. I'll do my best. Derek Jackson, everybody, State Representative, District 68. So, Miguel, I want to circle back. So we talked a little bit about, we started off talking about community, right? Building this community and businesses building community. And everybody's talking about networking, going to network and joining things like the chambers and these business organizations. And the first thing you hear from people a lot of times, and you've heard this too, I know, right? I mean, I'm on the board of directors for the South Fulton Chamber.
Okay.
And it's the same thing that you might hear from a client. Well, nobody's buying anything, right? I'm not getting anything from the chamber. Why am I spending this money? Just like I said, right? Derek said, I reject that, right? Talk to us about really how you use a business organization like Atlanta Black Chambers to build your business community and to actually because let's just be honest. It's great to have people in your network. If you can't leverage it and find ways at some point to monetize it, you can't stay in business. Like this is for profit, right?
Yeah. First thing, and this is just my philosophy. I believe wholeheartedly in serving. I go back to a kid serving in my church, right? Service is everything. It's sometimes I probably can say I've overserved in a lot of ways.
I think a lot of us, I get it.
But here's the thing: is many of us who dedicate service in business, in that moment you're like, oh God, why am I doing this again? But we're okay.
Right.
Our businesses are still flourishing. We're still doing okay. If you join something like the Atlanta Black Chambers and you do not maximize that to do business and grow your business, we got over almost 700 member businesses in the Atlanta metro
and growing and counting.
And counting.
Yeah.
We do between 8 to 10 virtual and in-person events a month. We have 12 committees, about 5 affinity groups in our organization. We're connected to several other chambers of commerce in the Southeast. We're connected to the U.S. Black Chamber of Commerce. If you cannot make money out of those,
you just need to go back to work for somebody because seriously, because you're not, and you describe yourself in your LinkedIn profile, you describe yourself as a servant leader, right? So, but so the servanthood isn't the deal. You can still serve and make money
because you have to be intentional about those relationships. Stop going to these other relationships with selfish motives. Right?
There you go.
That's another issue. People, we smell each other out where it's kind of like if someone's coming to you, and believe me, my phone, my DMs ring a lot. And
people be in your DMs, Miguel.
But it's not always about. Very seldom is it people come to me and say what they can do for me. It's always about who do you know? I need help with this. Can you help me? Can you connect me with this person, that person, that person? And I'm at the point now after doing this for as long as I've done this.
Yeah,
I'm very judicious in who I connect. Because here's the thing. If someone calls me and says, I want to meet Michelle Taylor Willis. Okay. Why? What do you want to do some advertising in the South Fulton Lifestyle magazine?
There you go. Shameless plug. I'll take it.
Right? What is your reason why you want that relationship? Do you want me just to hand that relationship off to you? Because if I hand somebody off to you and that relationship is sour, where that person doesn't, then you're going to look at me like, Miguel, why are you connecting me with?
Right.
So I think
not to give out my cell number, right? Okay, just checking.
Yeah, I'm about to put it on my IG. But the thing about it is, it's okay to have intentions of doing business with people when you connect with them, but also say, always think about if I call you, Michelle, when I called you yesterday about an opportunity, there's nothing that I'm going to get directly out of the opportunity. I see you're doing good work. I see it's a need that this organization has, and it's a good match, right? That relationship will flourish. Our friendship is going to flourish for years to come. We're going to find ways to do business with each other. Stop going to these relationships with selfish motives.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
But be intentional. Don't come to all these networking events, passing out business cards and not following up.
That's right.
What is your reason why? If I bring you in a room and you're in the healthcare space and there's someone else already that's in the healthcare space and you guys can find ways to work together, build a relationship, find ways to do it together. Because what we do know is that Black people, I want you to listen to me right now when I say this.
Stop the music. Hold on, wait a minute. This is about to be, we're dropping gems over here. Gems. Here we go.
Stop thinking you can do all this stuff by yourself. Because when you go to somebody who's got some real money and you say you can do it by yourself, they know you're lying. Okay? So I have no problem saying that I'm going to collaborate with X, Y, and Z. And there's people who will respect you more, right? My company is called Lloyd Media Group for a reason, right? We got people that's on payroll, and I got associates, and I got contractors. I got people who are 1099.
That's right.
I'm not going to have a videographer that I'm paying 40 hours a week because I don't have 40 hours a week worth of work for them.
That's right. Now. That's right.
But I got some of the best videographers and editors in the business. And when you got a contract and you got some business, I'm going to come in and do what I do, which is direct and produce. I'm going to hire the best videographers in the business, and you will have some amazing content to come out the back end. But if you say, oh, I can do everything. If somebody comes to me and says they can do everything, have a nice day.
Nice to see you. Yeah.
So learn how to collaborate. These people.
And you can use the chambers to do that.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's how a lot of these companies get these government contracts. They don't know. I mean, she don't know nothing about pouring concrete.
Right.
But she's got it right. And so it's like learning. That's the other thing too. Like we can use organizations like the chamber to build a collaborative network so that we can do more.
If you go to after these government contracts that are $5, $10, $20 million, and you say you can do it by yourself,
ain't no way.
You're not going to win that contract.
Ain't no way.
Because
you have to outline your team.
You have to outline your team. And you come, and don't be afraid to say I have a joint venture. And we've got a program within the Atlanta Black Chambers. We're working on some certification programs right now. We got people in our organization who are very successful as government contractors, right? You got a relationship with somebody who's very successful as a government contractor, right? So you got to look at these situations and say, stop lying to yourself, because people who have the resources, they know.
Yeah.
They know that you're biting off an elephant that you can't chew.
Yeah.
Right. So just be real with yourself. But in the meantime, do some work at a smaller level where you are and build the capacity. Because sometimes it's all about being able to show that capability statement that says, I did this work, this work, this work. And you find the right person that says, I'm going to give them a shot. But that person who has the contract, who may be the procurement officer, may be able to say, I know somebody you need to go work with on this big deal. You guys work together and let's get it done. So, but we've got to get to that place where we got to stop moving by ourselves.
That's right. And being okay to not move by yourself.
Okay. I saw someone, we were talking about Tyler Perry earlier, and it was posting, everybody celebrating, yay, Tyler Perry done bought a BET. And somebody jumped in the comments, well, he don't own BET, Paramount still owns BET. I said, no, well, what I'm reading is that he's going to have controlling interest in BET. But that's not ownership. If that's your metrics, don't nobody own nothing. Like if a business is on the stock, when I look at my portfolio, I got part ownership in some of the businesses. I got stock, but there's somebody that controls that stuff, and I can't tell that man or woman to
do anything.
Do anything.
I just want my check.
Give me my check. My dividends. Give me my money.
So
if Tyler Perry's put in the position that he's got controlling interest of BET or VH1 or whatever happens, stop looking at it and saying the white man's ice is colder because they have some minority or ownership interest in that company.
Right.
They know Tyler Perry right now. Good, bad, or indifferent. People have different opinions on Tyler, but what he does know is no black media. He knows how to make black content.
Yeah.
He knows how to
he's done. That's what I mean. And I think too, we have to get, and we got to get to the point too, where just because we might not like what a person does or how they did it, doesn't mean we can't credit them for being successful or significant. Right? Just because you might not like Tyler Perry movies doesn't mean you can't. I mean, this man is a billionaire. Like, he started from nothing. You might not like what he does, how he did it, how he treats people, whatever that is, know. But he's done something that most of us, and there's that we haven't done, right? And there's so many, I think, of us in that space where, we see people and we're like, well, I don't like that, so I don't like them. Or I don't like what they did. Or I'm going to poo-poo. And everybody sits with the stank face on it. And it's just like,
Here's the thing.
how about we just...
Tyler Perry don't care. I promise you, Tyler Perry don't give a dog.
Tyler Perry didn't care when he was living in his car.
So
what makes you think he cares
about
right now?
Right.
What makes you think he cares right now? Guys, Miguel Lloyd is in the house, VP of Marketing and Communications for the Atlanta Black Chambers. He's also CEO of Lloyd Lloyd Media. I was going to say Lloyd Miguel Group. You'll take that too, right? Yeah. You'll take that too. Listen, this is a servant leader. This is a stalwart really here in the Atlanta business community who really kind of has, you've grown from, you're not from here. You've been here 9 years. You've been able to come and establish a name, not just for yourself, but a name for tons of businesses. People are in the chamber because of you.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? They are. People know the chambers. Your name is now becoming synonymous.
Myself,
Melvin, of course. Yeah, Melvin. And we love Melvin.
Michelle Glover.
Michelle, my gosh. Michelle Glover. She's crazy with it.
We got an amazing group of leaders in the chamber who've dedicated, many of us 6 and 7 years of volunteering to grow this organization to help it where it is.
That's right.
None of us, we got many legs holding this up.
Yeah.
And it's all about building capacity, right? There are members of our organization that were down there with Governor Kemp to help sign the bill recently that's got money that's being set aside for minority-owned businesses. That was people in the chamber, some of our leadership, including Marquis Tate and Omar Ali and some of those others that were in that mix, right? Here's the thing. If you got advocates on your behalf, once the advocacy is done, then it's our job to jump in there.
That's right.
In these roads which have been paved.
Right.
Right. Atlanta, Georgia is an amazing place, right? Going back to MLK, not only the MLKs of the world, not just the John Lewis's of the world, but the Herman Russells of the world, right? And then people, if you don't know who Herman Russell is, do your research.
Google him.
Because when it's all said and done, as much as we love MLK could not have financed the dream. He needed the Herman Russells of the world to do that. He needed the Maynard Jacksons of the world in politics to do that, to help those processes. So stop always saying, politicians ain't doing nothing. They ain't this, that, and the third. Anytime somebody says that to me, the conversation is over.
Right.
Because we all got to play our position.
That's right.
You're playing your role here in the media space. There's a whole, I won't even get into the 7 mountains because that's something that's a Christian principle. Right?
Okay.
Right. So we start looking at
we should have started with that.
Right. So there's roles that we all have to play. We all got to play certain roles, right? Stop trying to be everything to everybody. Find your lane, live in that lane, and prosper in that lane, and then come back to the table when it's all said and done and say, all right, we over here, I got the money, you got the service, right? You got the community, let's work together, let's build.
The community. Right. That's what we started with, and that's what we will end with. Miguel Lloyd has been
fun.
In the Real 1100 AM studio with Michelle Taylor Willis. According to Michelle, you can find him on socials at Miguel Lloyd. Miguel, final words, anything you want to pitch, let people know before we jump off of here.
100 Black Men of Atlanta. I just rolled off the board there. We got our big gala coming up. We're honoring Jermaine Dupri as well as Jay Bailey. And we got that going on. Atlanta Black Chambers. We got an event coming up. I think next week we'll be honoring some brothers. This is Men's Month. Lloyd Media Group.
I'm seeing all those men. Y'all are pushing through. I'm like, good night.
Try,
I'm like, leave that open.
Man, we trying. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you having me on. I appreciate the ability to serve the Atlanta community. And if you want to do business with me, LloydMediaGroup.net is my website. We do a lot of work in basically what you heard today for the last couple of hours, but also on the back end of content creation development. Follow me on social, Miguel Lloyd Inc. Social media. And I got 2 podcasts, One Chamber Live, which is my business podcast I do for the Atlanta Black Chambers. And if you guys want to have a little fun, you need to check out Life Full Circle Radio, which is I've been doing since Blog Talk Radio with my girl, Nakia Gainey, Nakia Shakur. She's been married for long enough I get her last. Nakia Shakur. Shout out to Omar, my man, her husband. But we have a fun show every Monday night, but it's also on YouTube. You can find us there too. So it's been amazing. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you for coming in. And I told y'all at the top of the show, I'm hoping that all you need is one thing. You don't have to do 10 things differently, and you certainly don't have to do them all at the same time.
Right.
If you heard one thing here that is actionable, my charge to you is to go and do it every week, every Wednesday at 4 p.m. I'm going to put the most amazing people in front of you. Some of them you've heard of, some of them you haven't, but they're doing things, I promise, that you want to do. And it's proof that if you want to do those things, they can happen. We bring them to you every week. My name is Michelle Taylor Willis. You can follow me on all socials at Michelle Taylor Willis. I'll be at the Taste of Soul Food July 14th in Union City. I will be at the restaurant session on June 20th at the Greater Atlanta Urban League. That's next Tuesday at 7 p.m. I am here on Real 1100 AM every Wednesday at 4 p.m. But right now, I am out.
Appreciate you, sis.
No problem. All right, guys.
Thank
Thank you, Facebook. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for tuning in. You can find this. This will be up. You can see it everywhere. Make sure you check my guy, Miguel Lloyd, out. And if you're in Atlanta, join the Atlanta Black Chamber. I promise you, you will be a different business owner. You'll be a different entrepreneur. You'll be a different person. And you'll do business differently as a result of the people you meet and the businesses with whom you can collaborate. See you next week.